Hello everybody and welcome. Today I've created a timer for you all. And if you all want to know how to create a timer, go check out the previous video I created. This one is where I'm going to be explaining the timer and stuff. And if you need to know, if you want to take this code, whatever, you can pause the video. Welcome back, by the way, for those who came back. Sorry for that, but I wanted to, let my lovely viewers, have a chance to get the code, chance to get it all down and everything. But I'm going to explain a few things here and go over some certain things like, for instance, the while loop, prints, parameters, just a few things here and there. Explain some things to you all, how this runs. First thing is the import time module, which is kind of the first thing that you do here. The second thing you do is with the parameter, which is t. That's basically the import time module is asking the user to input the length to the countdown in seconds. The second thing is that the parameter set to d and is to use the define function countdown. And if you're wondering what a parameter is, it's pretty much that the variable listed inside the parentheses in the function definition. An argument is the value that is sent to the function when it is called. The next thing from there is the while loop, which runs till it becomes 0, which is the time. As you can see, it is run 0 and it says fire in the hole. Which brief thing about while loops is that in Python is used to iterate over a block of code as long as the test expression condition is true. We generally use this loop when we don't know the number of times to iterate beforehand. Next thing is that going through this, let's see here. I don't want to look at here. Use the div mod to calculate the number of minutes and seconds you can, and that's pretty much this section right here. Next part is that you're printing the minutes and seconds on the screen using the variable time format, which is, let's see here, that's this right here. That's all of that. And then using n equals /r, we've basically you're forcing the cursor using this right here. Not the time part, but the print. This all right here highlighted. Basically, when it's done with, you can force it, like if you were to stop it or to run it again. Since like when the timer ends, the code stops, or like it stops running, so you have to stop run it again, and that's forcing the cursor to go back to the beginning and overwrites the previous text from before. So you don't have to clear it or do anything. It just automatically does all that for you. So you get a fresh screen like this. You can input, your seconds or your time and all that. Next thing is pretty much just the time sleep is just to make the code wait 1 second. And then and also the print. Print is interesting in the sense that print is used for multiple things, but print is just a function that specifies a message to the screen or other standard output device. The message can be a string or any other object. The object will be converted into a string before written to the screen. So basically, for instance, as we saw earlier, that print put fire in the hole here at the end when the timer was, when it hits 0. You can put whatever you want in here, it will appear at the end, but for print, pretty much whatever you put in the parentheses, it will appear on this screen. And that's... Is there anything else here? I would say a takeaway from this in a whole is that coding is whatever you make it. And there's many things you can do with coding. This one, for example, is just a simple timer, which I like. I like coding because you can do whatever with. For instance, you can make a clock with coding. They use coding and programming to make numerous apps and ROMs, and ROMs are used for emulators, and emulators are like, you know, a Game Boy emulator or DS emulator, you know, just like a video game emulator. But that's just an example of what coding can be used for. Coding can be used for really almost anything that's electronic based, I guess you could say, in the sense that programming and coding is a quintessential thing, especially in today's world. And for people new to it, the most important thing I want to stress is notes, and notes are used usually by a hashtag, and then you can type whatever, and that explains your block of code or your text or whatever. And it helps people who are new to coding understand your code and to read it, or because you're not going to always be there. And there's tons and tons of videos out there. Link in the description. There are some good ones that I will link down in there that I personally like. And yeah, I think that a takeaway from it is that using notes, having your code nice, neat, and organized, and all that is great. Other than that, everybody out there, stay hydrated, drink plenty of water. Peace.